I am so glad you are here. It is time for It Is Alive. This time with probably Darrell. I do love that moniker. It's my favorite right now. So, welcome, Instagram friends, and what's going on? Let's start with of course, what are we wearing today? I just have a couple little rings from Tracy's Treasures. I have a beautiful rose quartz and a rough cut amethyst. They're both incredibly cool. Love these rings. We are running out of them slowly but surely, just to let you know. And they're kind of a bargain because their prices were set a few years ago, and Tracy has not increased those prices. She's selling them at the ratio she wanted to sell them at originally. So they're getting to be kind of a deal. So come grab them while you can. What are we drinking? Oh gosh, black tea today. That tells you something about my day, right? Ashwagandha, a little astragalus, a little hawthorn. It's fabulous. It's sort of funny how even things that don't taste good to the person who needs them. I just love that about herbs. So what is going on? What's happening? What kind of fun can you come and have beyond exploring all the fabulous stuff and chatting with all of us, because we love chatting with you. It's been a wonderful, busy week, by the way. We're loving seeing y'all come in and reaching out to us online. It has been fantastic. We love it. So Sunday the 21st, Reiki 1, perfect day for it. Winter solstice, the sun is reborn, and you can be reborn in Reiki. I love that date for that. It's purely accidental. The next Saturday, the 27th, at 3 o'clock, we have Astrology with Adam. This is the best reviewed series of his that we've had so far, including this is the person I keep alluding to who loves it. Because it's not the run-of-the-mill. Even if you know something about astrology, you will get things out of this class. He's just an expert in the field, and it's wonderful to watch him work. The following Sunday, the 28th, so about a week and a half from now, if you're interested in the Gardnerian path, that's at 10 a.m. before the store opens. Love all the crew that are showing up there. It's a really fun treat to chat with those folks. Reiki Share happens the same day at noon. And Palmistry 101 with Eshu, same Sunday, the 28th, in about a week and a half at 4 p.m. Palmistry with Eshu. The following Saturday, January, yes, that's right, we're talking about the new year, January 3rd, Alliance Coven's next meeting is at noon, and there will be Eshu's class on American Hoodoo and Folk Magic at 3 p.m. That is a by donation class, so you can register online ahead of time for a seat, and you can either make the donation when you register, or you can make the donation when you come in. Gateway to the Gods is the next Sunday. That's Sunday, January 4th at noon. We'll be doing some kind of herb. It'll be fun. It's always an entheogenic herb. What's an entheogenic herb? Directly translated, herbs to help you see God. So you do have to be an adult to take this class. We don't accept minors in it, but it's always fun. You always get the opportunity to sample some of the herb we're talking about. And the last half of the class is a guided meditation so that you can push that experience of that baby dose of that herb to see what you can get out of it. Later that day, just to add to the fun, Chaos Magic with Ravenwolf. That should be a lot of fun. That kind of dovetail nicely, I think. Absolutely. Invite chaos into your brain just a little bit, and then go to a Chaos Magic class. And then the following Saturday on January 10th, Alliance Coven will be here again at noon. That's not even a by donation class. So the things that introduce you to potential coven participation, like the Gardnerian one and Alliance Coven, and coming up soon, there'll be a third one. Those are strictly free classes. There's no donations, there's nothing, because that's not the intent of the teachers. For the teachers who would like to make a little money, there's a donation or a flat out fee for those classes. I should also add, not scheduled yet, but coming up probably starting in January, Jessica Settergren would like to start a monthly grief processing group. So if she herself wrote a book about her experiences trying to find spiritual guidance and connection as a pagan or Wiccan or witch with cancer, who is fighting cancer, and the difficulties of that and how she overcame those difficulties. And she would very much like to lead a group of people struggling with severe disease or a death in their family. She would like to run that sort of group here. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm so excited for folks to get that kind of healing. Just fabulous, fabulous woman, fabulous time. And let's talk about the readers. Let's talk about the readers. Look at this one. Today, Eshu will be here all day, noon to 6. He'll be here the whole afternoon. And tomorrow he'll be here again from noon to 3, followed by Heather. She is delightful. Very good, very intuitive reader, very good reader, a younger reader than, say, Eshu or you or Ravenwolf, who is here on Friday from 1 to 4, followed by you, actually, from 4 to 6. Saturday, Eshu will be reading the first half of the afternoon from 12 to 3, and then Margaret, who is a fantastic reader as well, from 3 to 6. Sunday, Eshu will be here again the whole afternoon, noon to 6. And Monday, you're back from noon to 2. So it's like the lunch hour one that you get to find him on, followed by Morpheus, who's doing dream interpretation, he's really quite good at it. I do recommend him for it. Tuesday, we have a split between Ravenwolf from noon to 3 and Darrell from 3 to 6. So come on by. It's almost the new year. It's the perfect time to come in and get a forecast for what the year might hold for you, or get that question answered that you just can't quite see your way to a solution to. Any of these reading methods, palmistry, tarot, oracle deck, oracle card readings, can give you a new perspective on your problems and issues and take you down a road where you might find a solution that you would never have thought of if you were just spinning on your own, or you and your friends just don't see it that way. Come get that outsider's perspective, get the cards to show you something that maybe you haven't considered. That's all the things, all the stuff that you can do. Let's talk about the things you might get. Today, instead of showing you the new stuff that's coming in, I thought I'd show you some sets of things you could get for that extra special gift where you just want to gild the lily a little, where, your budget's higher than $10 to $20 and you just want to do a thing. You could just get these books, but you can add to them. So maybe somebody wants to get into their hoodoo practice and you want to get them a book that will get them there. This one's all about charms and magical formulas, as you can see. But you could pair this with herbs that you find in the index of this book, like pulkroot and fenugreek, and just get them a little set, tack on another 10 or 12 bucks, and you can get them a handful of 1 ounce herb bags. And that would make a fantastic little gift. Maybe you know somebody who wants to get into their psychic abilities. So what can you get them? Well, we've got a whole section of books. This one happens to be my favorite, Discover Your Psychic Type, because not everybody is equally good at, say, visualizing things. You might hear things instead of seeing things. You might sense things instead of seeing or hearing. There are 5 clairvoyant clairs. They're called the 5 clairs. Clairvoyance is seeing a thing. Clairaudience is hearing a thing. But which one are you good at? Or do you think you're not psychic, but reading a book like this goes, oh, that's because I always thought it was visual. And here are 4 other ways that you could find out how to tune into those psychic abilities. Want to gild the lily? Grab some stones associated with psychic ability, like selenite, like lodolite, like rutile quartz. Maybe here's another sample of selenite. Get a little bag, pop them in the bag, paired with the book. I think you have a fantastic little gift for somebody. What else have I got? Oh, let's talk about how cold it was last week. Ooh, Saturday and Sunday, very chilly. Fantastic mittens. I've bragged about them here before. You know I have woolen with this beautiful lining, so anybody who's allergic to wool can still wear these. They're super warm. They're super nice. Pair them with a scarf that you think the person would enjoy, and you've got a great little gift that's practical and affordable. You got a friend who wants to start their sound healing journey or is relatively new to it, but they're fascinated. Grab a book on the basics of sound healing and maybe grab them a singing bowl and a little stand for their singing bowl. Stick comes with the bowl. I know, we're generous here, aren't we? But it's a good little gift. Maybe you have a friend who's starting to get interested in Buddhism. Got these great little Buddha candle holders. They hold a tea light or a votive, and then the light will shine through. So it's kind of cool looking, actually, when they're all lit up. And they come in lots of colors. You could even get them a little Buddha. Gild the lily with a little bumper sticker. And of course, a fun book on the subject. Barefoot Zen, Build a Better Buddha. There's one we've got out there just on Chinese customs and folklore. And it's interesting to see the crossover between the two. Want just something little and quick and easy to grab? 1055, a little kit for cleansing. It's got some white sage to burn, it's got a Palo Santo stick to burn, and it's got a stone associated with cleansing and getting rid of negative energies. The stone can vary. I don't remember which one we put in this batch, but they are a fun, easy ways to get gifts together. No matter what your budget is, come on in, let us know, and we can help you put something together that will look impressive, I promise. So that's stuff. So what are we drinking? Oh, that's right. I grabbed the one that changes color. You can tell how much tea I've drunk with this one. I just think it's cute. Interesting what science can do. Almost like it's a form of magic.
There you go.
But that's stuff. That's what's happening. So let's talk about the fact that you have a class coming up.
I do next month. Container magic. Yes.
This is going to be a fun class. And by the way, our events and classes are in the QR code. So if you're seeing the QR code, you can click on that and go right to those classes, including Container Magic coming up in January. So when is your class in January?
I don't know. It's on my calendar.
It's coming up on a Saturday.
Oh, I'm
I
sorry.
remember. That's okay. I don't have it either. You can't. It's coming up on a Saturday, and let's look. I'm guessing it's the 17th. Yeah,
yes.
Saturday the 17th.
17th, yes.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So should be a
Yes.
fun class. If you've not done Container Magic, it's easy, it's
Easy.
accessible, and it works. That's
Yes.
what matters.
Yes.
And
So to sum up container magic and how I view it is that container magic is when you have a container, a vessel, it can be of any type. And you are basically putting your intention and your energy into that vessel. So whatever it is, and allowing those intentions and that energy to do its work. That's what container magic in my mind is all about. There's all types of containers. So I brought some examples of containers. So I'm just going to start running through examples.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to start off with some small examples. And that would be along the lines of small bottles. So like this here, I mean, that's small. That is small. And I use these small bottles as a way of I use them as a spirit bottle and as a companion bottle to other things that I make. So I have a very large box, which has a wand in it. Inside the box, obviously, you would have a wand. Take the wand out. And if I can get this in here real good, there's a small container sit right in the corner there. And I refer to that as a spirit container. And it is there to keep the wand company and to keep the wand charged and to protect it. And being that this wand is more along the lines of abundance and wealth, so you got colors of like gold and silver. There are some darker colors to absorb energy, to hold that energy in. And so that's what went in that small bottle. So that's one example of the use of container magic. Some other containers that I've recently like is just bags. You know, smaller bags normally, but those are also containers. Yes, exactly. I know here at Magus Books, they have Christmas ornament
We've got
balls.
empty Christmas ornaments. That would also qualify as
That's
container
containers,
magic.
right?
Yeah.
Which is a much larger version of these little tiny ones that I have that are made into necklaces. Some other good ones that I've recently been practicing with is air dry clay. So this here is a coffin made of air dry clay.
You want to get rid of a habit?
I don't know what I want to use it for.
Put it in the coffin.
Yep, there you go.
That would work really well.
Absolutely.
Want to quit smoking? One of the things you could do is put a cigarette in it. The cigarette you'll never smoke.
Yep. Then something else that I know that you can purchase here at Magus Books are
Your spirit bottles.
spirit bottles, such as this one is for communication. Now, something that's going to be covered in the class extensively is going to be associations. So when it comes to communication, you have associations of different items. And if you're looking at this, you're saying, green. That's not normally a communication color from my perspective.
Yeah.
And I see green as being more of a calming effect on communication to prevent us from yelling at each other. Just It's how I view it. That's my belief behind it, you know. And I will, just because I'm trying to promote Megan's books,
Mhm.
another spirit ball here. This one here is for dreams. And you know, just I'm not going to go through all the ingredients because that would take a while.
Yeah, so there's all
Wow.
kinds of stuff, and that's what
Yep.
spirit bottles are for. They're for holding things that you associate with your intent.
Yes.
And they just
Yes.
enhance the magic and your own energy.
Simple containers like this can be used. You can make them, you can buy them.
Mhm.
Now with air dry clay, I've been practicing, so you don't have to be an artist. You don't even have to be good at it.
No,
So here's a container.
I'm going to say it looks kind of like a pomegranate.
Yeah, it started life off as a white container, but then I didn't do real good, and it had holes in it, so it got a second covering on it.
Very nice. But that makes it look more protected.
Yes, and I'm thinking this would be a really good container for projects being grown, because you could actually put. My thought was I could put dirt in there and something, and I could actually grow something out of the
Yeah.
container, you know, and use that as magic towards a goal.
Yeah.
Something small that I just made around my finger, you know, something simple. You don't have to be complicated here. And something else which I feel is a container, although it doesn't actually hold anything per se, would be my abundance tarot doll. Right? She's just a yarn doll. I put jewelry on her, and even though she's not going to hold a liquid or something like sand or nothing like that, she does have on her the key, the tarot card, the raven, the feather, things that have associations for me.
It seems to me you could also put some herbs in the middle. They're not going to fall out.
Absolutely. You can put herbs in the middle. Actually, my mom's making some right now for me.
Nice.
And she's putting, or she started putting hat pins up with the hair, which
I love that idea.
you could use a hat pin for a lot of good things.
Yes. Yep.
And doesn't have to be negative.
It brings me back to I think it was Victorian times when ladies wore hats that needed hat pins. On public transit, it became normal to always have a couple of spare hat pins for the gentleman who was perhaps overly friendly. So you'd have a little weapon. Self-defense.
Is that why I get picked so often?
No, you're a gentleman.
Now, the class that's coming up next month, I'm going to be focusing more along the lines of small glass jars. There will be basic supplies provided if anybody wants to participate, wants more than the basic supplies. Either, you can bring a container. You can get a container here.
Yeah, we've got all kinds of little bottles.
For associations, I'm looking at most likely just sand and colored glass bits. If you want more associations, be it herbs, stones, whatnot, I'm gonna once again say
They'll be here on the floor. You can leave the class for 5 minutes and come grab what you want, pay for it, and we'll
absolutely
put it in the jar. No big deal. Or do it on your way out, knowing you're going to add to the jar when you get it home, and seal it up then. If you're going to seal it up. And there's reasons to seal up a jar, and there's reasons to not seal up a jar.
Mm-hmm.
There are reasons to put jars in the dirt buried. There are reasons to put jars on the top of the building you live in, so the sunshine hits it and everyone sees something that you want exposed.
Yes. And something that I want to stress is there's a lot of different modalities or different beliefs when it comes to container magic. I like to use this word container magic. I don't like to call them witches balls, witches bottles. I call my spirit bottles because I can't just call them a container. And the reason I try not to use too specific of terms is that terms mean different things to different people.
Yeah. And this is folk magic. So this is magic that almost every society invents.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not one of those practices that could be considered a closed practice.
Right.
Everybody at some point, every society has people in it at some point who go, what if I put some things that mean something to me in this jar and bury it under my doorstep for protection, or, put it in my window to attract business, or whatever the purpose for the jar is.
Absolutely.
Works great with kids. You make that dream one and you have a kid who's having nightmares. you put that bottle where they're going to see it every night with their little nightlight on, I'm guessing. And every time they think they're going to have a bad thought or a scary thought, they look at the bottle and they know the bottle is going to take the thought away. The more you instill that in them, the more effective it is, the happier everyone's going to be in your house.
Yes. Everything is intention and belief.
Yes.
And the final examples I brought with me that I'm going to share is something that just off the wall, just so people can think, outside the box. Don't forget pendulums, necklaces, all earrings. This here is a container at the bottom here. Some of the other items that don't even look like containers actually have little wells inside of them that you can put material in.
A little essential oil.
Yep.
Take a toothpick and shove some herbs in there.
Yep.
All kinds of little things you can do. You can add to that to enhance its energy properties.
Yep. And like I said, you can make your own containers. You can buy containers. You can buy them fully made, which I really appreciate. But
well, yours have a lot of thought and symbolism built into them.
Yes.
You've had time to really tinker and get good at making container magic pieces.
Yes, and I use containers in my home. I have the home protection one that you have for sale here. Those were made at the exact same time that I made the one for me.
Nice.
And I forgot to bring one of my containers with me. If you're looking and you're trying to find a container, I know you have containers. Everybody has containers. Where I would get my cinnamon sticks out of a nice glass square container. I made a container out of that for myself.
Perfect.
Yes.
Perfect. You might even leave a cinnamon stick in there, depending on what the container is for.
That one's not, but yes. It's actually my it's a container I can take with me, and I use it for protection against energies whenever I'm doing my
Your readings?
oracle card readings. Yes.
Very nice.
Yes.
Yes. Which reminds me, not only does he do oracle card readings here twice a week, 3 times a week?
3 times a week.
Three times a week now. Backed by popular demand, I tell you. But the deck is a deck you designed yourself and had professionally printed, just 2 copies.
Yes.
And you are thinking
Kickstarter.
about a Kickstarter, to get the whole thing published in enough quantity that you can purchase the deck. It's a fantastic deck. It's hexagonal. So when you do a layout, you can touch the cards to each other, come up with your own. If there's a branch that you're interested in pursuing, you can just lay them out all
It's very unique
in a row. It's a unique deck. It's a beautiful deck, but it's definitely a thoughtful deck that I find really interesting, gives interesting and good, accurate readings.
I started writing the book yesterday.
Yay!
That'll go with it.
That's perfect.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're going to do a little booklet to go with it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And then we'll encourage you to write the big book so you can get the kit.
Don't get too ambitious.
There's always the next little mountain to climb, right?
I could hire a writer, maybe.
Maybe. We'll do the booklet, and then you'll have cracked the code.
Yes.
And then it's just a matter of expanding from a paragraph per card to,
Yes.
a page to 2 pages per card. So 500 to 1,000 words per card. That's not bad. When you break it down,
I guess not.
it's doable, right? I just want success for you.
I know.
I love it. So one of many classes.
Yes. And after the first class, my intention is to continue having classes. I can come up with at least 3 or 4 different container classes, but I like to continue on other stuff after that.
Yeah, absolutely. It would be very fun to have like a class on oracle readings.
Yes.
Because that's something that really easy for folks to do a tarot reading class. You or I could teach tarot classes. You have lots of experience with tarot. I have lots of experience with tarot. But oracle card reading is different because now we're not going to go through what each individual card means because your oracle deck isn't the same as mine or yours. So it's more about the techniques of how to get a good reading out. You can kind of brush aside the card meanings all of a sudden. Whereas with Nancy Antonucci's Tarot Lab, which is another great, we just had that one. So it's coming up next month. I think it's the second or third Sunday of the month. I'm not remembering at the moment. If I didn't mention it, the third Sunday of the month then. But that's all exercises designed to get you to know your tarot deck better and become a better reader, knowing that you have books that tell you what each individual card makes. Your class could hone in similarly on just how do you get to know an oracle deck?
Yep. Your intuition.
Yeah, how does your intuition play out and how you read? Really valuable stuff. And I think Oracle deck readers are underrepresented
Yes.
a lot. We don't mean to neglect you. We don't.
Oh, there's some people that do the tarot and oracle together,
Mm-hmm.
which is
Yep.
nice.
Yeah, we've
Which is
had
nice.
readers who do both. They might do a tarot reading and then at the end pull out an oracle deck and just do a small 1 to 3 card pull, just
Mhm.
gilding the lily, adding the frosting on top of your cake of reading. It really depends on the reader, how familiar they are with their decks, what they're comfortable with, and what they're good at. So definitely join us for all of that. Well, we've talked about your class and I'm very happy, but are you doing anything for the holidays this year? Is your Yule or Christmas or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa or what am I missing? How is it going to go?
It's going to be quiet. I like that.
Quiet is good. Quiet is a little.
I've already done a lot of my holiday stuff. I went and visited my family in Florida last week. So I went and did my family thing last week. And now my mom is all excited about making yarn dolls for me. So that's awesome.
Yay.
My wife also, she wants to make yarn dolls. So that's
Very cool.
I think she's going to work on different styles also, which
Mhm.
is, I've been encouraging that. Yeah, mine's going to be quiet. I mean, I'm going to Zoom on the holidays with family and
Just have a nice low key.
yeah, well, nice and low key. I do my own thing.
I have no idea what I'm doing still. I
Yeah.
still have to get my kid his gifts. Oh my goodness. He keeps sending me things, thankfully. So we won't know what he's getting this year, which is I think the first time in a long time. But yeah, it is. I'm not sure what we're going to do this year. I think
Yeah.
it's going to be a low-key holiday at my house as well. But we'll probably on Yule, when I get done with work and I get home, we'll probably have a little feast. We'll probably spend some time together playing a game or hanging out, just enjoying family life, small gift exchange, and I think life will be pretty good. Do I run out and buy goofy stuff with stocking stuffers? Maybe. I like goofy gifts in my stocking, I have to admit. It's a favorite thing of mine. But no big ceremonies. I mean, will the coven get together and celebrate Yule? Probably in some fashion, but I don't know what yet. We're just very low key this year. I think a lot of people are. I think a lot of people are down
yes.
of like, oh, this year's been a lot.
Yes.
Eggs still cost too much. Let's chill. Which is why I like these little gift sets that are simple and accessible. If even a new book is a lot, come get a used book for that matter. So if you're really looking to get somebody a gift, but you need it to be a token gift, come in and grab them a couple stones. Come in and grab them a used book. Come in and grab them a few herbs. Anything along those lines. You can keep to under $10, no problem. It's easy. Oh, I also wanted to add, when it comes to the yarn dolls as poppets or voodoo dolls or whatever you want to call them, if you want to put a stone in a yarn doll, one, of course, pick a smaller stone, but because it's heavier than the yarn and it might slip out, I'd get a small bag. Even if it's a bag this big that you have to kind of fold around the stone, just the bulk of this helps the stone stay inside the yarn doll. And that will solve a lot of people's frustrations if they really are into stones and they want to use stones for this. So, well, I know my big topic is Yule, and I don't, yeah, we're not doing a lot this year for Yule. Probably do a little ritual work. Welcome back the sun. There are years that I have stayed up until sunrise to celebrate the return of the sun. That has often been fun. I don't think I'm doing that this year. We've also done, traditionally, the Coven has done not only a gift exchange, and this game gets called different things, but there's a style of gift exchange where you buy something intentionally low cost that you think is funny usually, and then they're all in a pile, and somebody picks a present out, unwraps it. The person next to them can choose to either get a present out of the pile or steal yours and make you pick another one out of the pile. And that just goes around and around until all the presents are open, and then you do one final swap round, and everybody has a goofy gift. Maybe you got sidewalk chalk. I've done that. Maybe you got a specimen bottle. It really varies. I've gotten an athame with plastic with batteries to make it glow because that's in the song that I know from paganism. I've gotten the Rocky and Bullwinkle game, which I treasure. I was a big fan of the Rocky and the Bullwinkle. If you don't know what I'm talking about when I say Rocky and Bullwinkle, go ahead and YouTube actually Rocky and Bullwinkle cartoon and see what you get. Rocky and Squirrel and Boris and Natasha and all of the rest, Mr. Peabody. They're all fun. Going back to before my time, but fun and reruns nonetheless. So yeah, hopefully we have a great new year. And whether you count your new year as starting at Yule on the 1st of January or the 1st of February, those are the common ones that I'm aware of where people might start their new year. It's all wonderful. Some people also say Samhain or Halloween. I would say that starts the dead time of the year, the time where you reflect and get ready for the fact that the year is going to start because your crops are in and, historically, you're gearing up for winter, but a lot of your outdoor chores are mostly finished.
Yeah.
You might be selecting which animals you're going to cull from your herds at that point historically. So this is where you start attending to the quiet tasks that maybe you just don't have time to do during the busier seasons of the year. So I also think of it as the lull. Modern times, I think of it as the lull before the family, which can be a lot of fun or a lot of fun and just a lot. Even if it's all good, it's still a lot sometimes. So I also try always this time of year to take a little time for myself to chill out, make sure I take a bath once in a while. If I'm feeling lush, perhaps go to the spa, treat myself to a massage. Not this year, but it depends on the year. Some years I do, some years I'm feeling that, and some years I'm not. I'm not feeling it this year. Don't feel it's necessary this year, but it can be a lot of fun. And it's not that outrageously priced if you're just doing like one thing. It's not too bad. It can be your gift to yourself for the season.
I got one other gift I want to put in there just because I'm a self-promoting person.
Absolutely.
Don't forget, having a tarot or oracle card reading is something you could do for yourself.
Yeah.
For self-care also.
Yeah.
Just wanted to throw that in there,
Yeah, incredibly important. Yes, I agree. Again, just get a different perspective on what life is handing you right now, whether you've got a dilemma you're seeking solutions to, or just want a forecast for the new year or for the relationship you're in. Is it going to go in the direction you'd like it to go? Or is it maybe going to take a little more work to get it there? These are the things that oracle card readings and tarot card readings and even palm readings can do for you. If you're having a dream about something coming up in your future and you've had it more than once, you are trying to tell yourself something. Come in and see Paul on Monday and get a dream interpretation so that you have a little bit more of a clue. His knowledge about dream symbolism really is encyclopedic, and he will work with you if something just sounds crazy to you because your mind just doesn't work the way the majority of people think about that symbol. He's got you. He can cover that in part of the interpretation too. And you guys can come to really good guidance about your dream any one of those Monday afternoons. So check all the readers out. There's oracle readers, palm readers, dream interpretation, and of course, most of these guys do tarot. With the exception of you and Paul, everyone else at least offers tarot. They may offer another modality, but they'll definitely offer that. Eshu, for example, does tarot as well as palm reading. So come get a reading. It's always fun. And it's just fun to see your deck in action.
Oh, thank you.
It really is.
I'm passionate about it. I love it.
Yeah, it is a great deck. The reading you did for me was fantastic. And it was fantastic in ways that you couldn't even figure out why it fit so well. The cards just got it right, which is always fun to see. It says that you're a better reader than your conscious mind is aware of.
The cards don't lie.
The cards don't lie. It's very true.
Yes.
And for those of you who are skeptics, think of getting a card reading this way. Because the cards are randomly laid out, if you're a skeptic, that's what you're going to think, right? Regardless of what the rest of us might think. It's a Rorschach test. It is the equivalent to the Rorschach inkblot test. It's a random pattern that you can look to find meaning in. And then once you find that meaning and you apply it to the questions you have about your life, you get a perspective that you really might never have thought of. Now, for those of you who understand that tarot readings are more than that, fabulous. I'm on board with you. I've just seen too many amazing coincidences happen with tarot readings that are too detailed to make sense as just general facts. This is sort of like the difference between reading your horoscope in a newspaper, which is so broad and so generic, it'll probably fit everybody in the room, regardless of their sign, even if you just read your signs, to getting your entire chart read. So if you want something on that level, I would say be prepared for a 15 to a 30-minute reading. You don't want a 1 card or a 3 card pull that takes 5 minutes. You want something a little more in depth. So be prepared for that. The readings here, all of the readers work for themselves here, and they've all agreed to $2.50 a minute plus tax. And of course, when you come up to the register to pay for the reading you've just had, we'll ask if you want to leave the reader a tip, and then we set it aside for them and make sure they get it that day. So come down, grab that reading. It is always fun. It is always fascinating. And it's amazing how much good comes out of getting a reading. Well, we are nearly out of time.
Yes.
So I will let you folks go. Have a wonderful day. Thank you, of course, on behalf of Darrell, myself, the rest of the crew here at Megas Books and Herbs in Minneapolis and online at megasbooks.com. We love seeing you here. We love seeing you online. And of course, thank you for being your best magical you and, for doing the little magical things you can do for us here on YouTube. You know what they are. And on Facebook and on Instagram. Where will we go next? Blessed be, everybody.